All right, I'm going to call it because there are too many questions. So I'm going to go through and ask you them at random.
Okay.
And please make it short answers.
Okay.
Okay. What was this is from Justin, at JustTomp. Sean, what was your most memorable moment from your time in the minors? I assume that's for you and not for me.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Because a lot of stuff in the minor leagues
You're already taking too long.
really sucks.
Yeah. When you switched to pitching, maybe?
Yeah.
That's my favorite time from your time in the minor leagues.
Yeah, when I finally switched to pitching during the summer of 2011.
All right. This question is from Tim McKay, 1104. Sean was once mistaken for Seth Rogen. Has Eireann ever had a similar experience? I have not been mistaken for Seth Rogen yet. No, I have not.
Who is your celebrity lookalike?
I don't know. That's something that you can't really have perspective on of yourself.
The DC teens that we ran into on the Metro need to come up with Eireann's doppelganger.
Yeah, if we could just find those teens.
Yes.
You could get back to me?
They were on the red line by Gallery Place.
Yes, so get back to me as soon as you can. All right, let's see. Where did you two meet?
Who asked that?
Oh, Abraham Shankman at ABMC 1995. Where did we meet? Technically Twitter.
Right here on Twitter.
Right here on Twitter. But in person.
Eireann slid into my DMs.
All right. It wasn't. All right. We met and we went to Frozen Yogurt for our first date in Arizona.
Yogurtland, baby.
We got married at Yogurtland. All right.
Vanilla with Reese's Pieces.
Let's see. Andrew at A_Cox17 wants to know, Sean, Bodo's or Take It Away? You want to explain what that is?
Bodo's. I didn't even need to hear the second one. Bodo's is a bagel chain. They have 3 or 4 locations in Charlottesville around UVA, and they make incredible sandwiches. So I didn't even need to hear what the other options were.
Bodo's it is. All right. I think I saw people asking what books we're reading right now, but I can't find where it is. I think there's a lot of them. I'm currently reading a book called The Ghost Map. I think it's by Stephen Johnson, something like that. Don't quote me on that. It's a book about the cholera outbreak in London in the 1850s and how they basically figured out germ theory and advanced the study of epidemiology.
What made you want to read that?
Nothing in particular.
Okay.
Yeah,
just a little light reading.
A little light reading for
okay.
Yeah, lockdown.
I'm reading Dope Sick.
Another epidemic.
Yeah,
of a different
just
range.
a real fun read. But in seriousness, I think it's really good. I think it's really important. I also heard this was really good.
What's it about?
It's about baseball. It's about the improbable story of how the Washington Nationals won the World Series.
What now?
They put the ending right on the front cover.
Spoiler
alert, but it's supposed to be really good. So.
All right. Kevin Elder at OTTA Wake V. Sorry. If you could expand MLB by 5 teams, which cities would you want added?
By 5 teams?
Yes.
In order of no particular, there's no order of importance here.
He's picking his favorite cities and everyone else he hates you.
Montreal, Nashville, Portland, Vegas? Maybe. We'll table that.
No disrespect to Vegas, but...
Boulder?
Boulder, Colorado?
I like it there.
Okay, so there's going to be the Colorado Rockies and the Boulder...
Yeah, I think they could support...
Drum circle?
I think this could support
okay.
2 teams.
You think it's...
Red Rocks. Right.
Would you really want to be pitching in 2 different Colorado stadiums?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so in
Rethink
that
it.
case,
We're done.
Death
Moving on.
Valley, and then what else is below sea level? New Orleans.
There you go. New Orleans, that would be amazing. All right. Favorite player, this is from Game 7 winner, parentheses, Paige, and several emojis, at Patty Ice Season. Favorite player on the team currently?
Oh, man. Like, my best friend on the team, you think?
However you want to interpret that.
Probably Huddy.
Okay.
We're locker mates. Our lockers are right next to each other. We play catch up together every day, and we're on really similar schedules, so we spend a lot of time working together.
You guys are closer than we are, probably.
Well, right now, social distancing.
All right. Let's see. Somebody asked about Charlottesville again.
That's where UVA is.
Did you go there?
I went to UVA.
So rarely talk about it.
A lot of people don't know that.
Okay, this is from Mark Hackman, at Mark Hackman. As a pitcher who has traditionally relied on high heat, what changes do you see yourself making over the next few years to extend your longevity, and when your velocity declines?
That implies that it hasn't already, which it definitely has. I mean, this has been something I've thought a lot about and worked on a lot during my career. Like, trust me, I don't throw it that much, like, because I want to. It's almost because I have to. That's been the most effective option that I've had.
You get yelled at when you don't.
But if I would love something that would pair with the fastball that had some movement down in the zone, a true curveball, a changeup like Strauss, shoot, even a slider like Corbin would work. I'm working on it.
While you're picking.
I'm working on it.
If you could choose
we
one.
We have some time. I'm working on it.
All right, this is from Magathy Dobbins. Can you do the Cabbage Patch? I'm gonna say that's to you.
What is
The Cabbage Patch. Is the Cabbage Patch like this one?
I only have one. You know this. I only have one dance move.
I know, and I hate it so much.
Should I do it?
The answer is no. You can't.
I can do this.
Don't do it. Stop it. I hate it. There's an overrepresentation of people doing that dance. You just happen to see all of them because they're like on stadium scoreboards and like jumbotrons. Nobody's doing it outside of that and outside of like 7-year-olds. All right, what's your favorite ice cream flavor from Jose Bautista's Slider at Split Letters? I'm gonna brag a little bit. My family owns an ice cream shop right outside of Chicago called Capillary Ice Cream. It is the best ice cream in Chicago, voted several times by Chicago Magazine and a lot of national publications.
It's good.
It's very good ice cream, Capillary
really
Ice Cream. Capannari, in Mount Prospect, Illinois. My favorite flavor of ice cream, they make a really good vegan Andes or Frango Mint ice cream. They have a great vegan selection.
Even if you're not vegan, it's good.
Even if you just like talking about being vegan, it's really good. What's your favorite?
It took you like 4 minutes into this video.
All right. What's your favorite?
Vanilla.
Was that worth it?
Good question. Thank you.
All right. Ooh, Brandon Day at Fiscadoro74. Are there ever times when you're scared of Max Scherzer? For me, yes. And that time is always.
Also me, yes. Well, like, he's an awesome teammate, but there are times where days that he's pitching, he's just really focused, and you don't want to throw him off his routine. You want to give him the best chance to get ready. So scared might not be the right word, but, starters and relievers were very different. So sometimes it's just best to give him his space and let him get ready to go.
All right. So I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. From Rick Trevino, at RR3VINO. Have you ever read 100 Years of Solitude? Yes, it is very good. That is a great genre of literature. I thought it was great.
Who wrote it?
It's isn't that Gabriel Garcia Marquez?
I think so. I have not read it.
If that's the one I'm thinking of, that's a very good book. If it's not by him, then I'm sorry, but the book I'm thinking of
The book you're thinking
was
of is
very good. Yes. I just don't know how to convey that to you.
It is. You were right.
All right. From World Champ since 2019 at NatSky05, what was your reaction when you won the World Series? That's a question for both of us. I don't know if you've seen Home Alone, but the scene where the parents realize they have forgotten their kids or their Kevin at home, and they sit up and they're like, "Oh my, Kevin!"
Right.
That was me, but it was like World Series.
Where were you when you found out?
I was actually, I don't like watching him pitch, and I thought that he was going to pitch in that game.
I get it.
Yes, who would, really?
Really, honestly.
So, and that's a lot of pressure in that moment. So, my dad was at the game at the time, and we had some family friends there, and I told my dad, I'm going to go hide. So, we were at Minute Maid Park. I went to I went down a hallway, I kind of got lost. I hid myself in a catering kitchen that was totally empty at the time in like the 7th inning. And I turned the lights on. It was unlocked, so I wasn't like breaking in or anything. I sat on a counter.
Squatters' rights.
Yeah, and I put my noise canceling headphones on with earplugs under that, so I didn't hear anything. Because I know if I'm hearing cheers at Minute Maid Park, something went wrong for us. So I don't want to hear any of it. And I told my dad, I've turned off my text notifications. Call me when the game is over. Just call me and let me know so I can come out. So I waited for a long time. Then a Minute Maid Park staff employee walked in to close up, basically, and like lock up. And she found me sitting on the counter, and she was confused, and I explained that I was hiding, as one does.
Was it at all like the kitchen scene in Jurassic Park?
Yes, but she was the Velociraptor.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So she was like, the game ended. My dad had forgotten to call me. He was like already on his way down to the field to celebrate. Totally forgotten to call me. And I was hiding in a kitchen, and a staff worker was like, "You have to leave. Please get out of here." And that's how I found out. And then it was like, World Series. Was that a long enough? How did you feel?
I was pretty much the same.
Exactly the same.
Same TBH.
Yeah.
I was warming up on the mound in the bullpen. They told me to be ready for the third hitter, which was Michael Brantley. I guess even in a 4-run lead, we were still keeping our options open and looking to maybe play the matchups if something happened. So, but Huddy went in to start the inning, and I was throwing and getting ready, and I saw the way he got the first 2 outs, and I looked at Henry Blanco, our bullpen coach, and I knew I wasn't going in at that moment. They called back and said stay ready just in case, but then Huddy had that long battle with Brantley, working it to a full count, and I think he fouled a few pitches off, and once he snuck that slider by him, and I jumped into Henry Blanco's arms, and then all the guys in the bullpen, they ran from the bench like away from the exit back to us, and we had like a mini party in the bullpen. And then we were like, oh, wait, look, we got to go out on the field.
Yeah.
So, as a group, we were really late.
Well, they lock you in, like, a cave of a bullpen out there. Like, they're completely enclosed. They have to watch the game
the left
kind of
field
through
wall.
the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So they didn't even watch the game.
So they ran right by the exit to come, party with us, which was awesome. And then we were like, let's go on the field. And
my dad was already there waiting for you.
Yeah, your dad was handing out shirts. He was hugging Strauss, and
Love you, Dad. You forgot to call me, but I love you. Asshole. All right. Let's see. This is a risky one. It is from Brandon Jones at BTJ. How did you get into fish? This could be a long answer. So.
How much time do we have?
Bonus question: favorite song and or show. I got into fish really young. My parents were Deadheads, so we used to kind of travel around and see the Dead and Fish and the Allman Brothers and even the Rolling Stones and I know the Stones aren't like a jam band, but we would kind of follow jam bands when I was younger. So after Jerry Garcia died, when I was still a kid when that happened, but let's not date me here. But we started going to fish shows. So how you actually got into fish is super weird. One of my favorite fish shows was in Chicago in, was it 98 or 99?
98, I think it was 98, October 98.
I was young, but Fish played, it was Farm Aid in Chicago, and I remember seeing that show, and it was pouring down rain, it was
Tinley
freezing
Park.
cold in Tinley Park, and my brother